And everything is fucking natural. Like everything is, oh, this is natural. When I was a kid, shit was fucking natural, unnatural. Like I grew up in a good fucking neighborhood in Jersey, and they used to have Ponte Corvo butchers. You ever see those guys? They don't even have a butcher no more. You go to Ralph's now. I went to a butcher when they had the animals alive in the back. That shit is scary, but at the same time, it's like an evil taboo when you're a kid. Like, I don't want to see him kill a chicken. Fuck it. I'll go down there with you. People don't remember that shit. That was entertainment. See, that's why they have all these games now and Twitter to fuck with you. When you were a kid, you had natural fucking entertainment. Your mother will look at you and go, oh, you have a cold. We got to make you some chicken soup. And you knew what that was. That was time for pie. She'd grab you by the hand, and you go into Ponte Corvo Deli, and they have like pigeons and chickens and big chickens and goats and fucking elephants. They had everything. Everything. Fucking gorillas. They didn't give a fuck. And you walk in with your little mom, and you're like, I want him. No, don't kill the chicken. Don, I want him. Dame ese. And all of a sudden, some guy comes out with a limp, with like an 8-foot platform, with a lump on his neck. How can I help you? And the chickens are scared. They're going to the back of the cage. The pigeons, as soon as this guy comes out of his fucking back, all the birds and the animals go. Even the fucking elephant turns around. Because they know this is Dr. Death. And he just comes out like, can I help you? And you're like, I want that chicken right there. And he would just fucking stick his hand in the cage right in front of you and like fucking squeeze his face right there. Like, motherfucker, just cocksucker. He'd fucking squeeze him and punch him right in there. You motherfucker. There was nobody there, violence against animals. Get me that fucking chicken. He'd be punching it. Then he'd grab the chicken by the neck and be half fucking knocked out and shit. Then he'd walk right in front of you. The chicken's half dead. He's like, this one right here. You're like, I don't know. He's fucking dead. That chicken's not even tough. You punched him one time and he went down. Get me a different fucking chicken. You know what I'm saying? And the chickens had, all of a sudden he'd go up and there was a machine. There was a machine. And all of a sudden the chicken would go up and he'd look at the chicken. He'd make the chicken say one last goodbye. Say goodbye, motherfucker. And the chicken would go, buck up, and look around the fucking room. And they would just throw him into the machine. All of a sudden, but before he threw him in the machine, he'd break his neck on his fucking leg, which is traumatizing. You're like, oh! And you'd hear the bones go, and there was no tears, there was no fucking therapist, nothing. You just fucking dealt with it, you know what I'm saying? You fucking dealt with it like a man. That was manhood right there. You were 8, there was no therapy, no sana colita rana, no! Fuck that shit! That's a chicken getting fucking killed, you dumb fuck! And he threw it into the machine, a bunch of feathers would come out. Boom, boom. And all of a sudden, out of the back, a fucking hand would come out with the chicken cut up, a couple feathers. And done. That was the fucking natural aisle. That's it. That was as natural as it got when I was a fucking kid. And it was adventure. That was a fucking adventure to go see an animal get killed and shit like that. And my parents went to Santeria when I was a kid. When I first moved from Cuba, New York City, I remember they had to sneak a goat into the building one time, right? And it was an all-white building. They were all Jews and shit like that. We lived like on the 8th floor. And I remember pulling the fucking goat from the horns. I never forget that. He had the brakes on. And my mom's like, hold the elevator. We're coming. The people are sitting there with their briefcases. Well, it's a nice day today in New York. And my mom's got the goat. You're a goner, cocksucker. You know what I'm saying? Science. Thank you, sir.